know Angeles City? Everyone? Anyone? You know, Okay. So, my family and my older brother are based in Angeles City, Pampanga. No? Right now, I'll be sharing with you my life journey of being a PROMD engineer. For my foreign friends, PROMD means from the province, no? Or people who came from the province and migrated or work in city. No? So this is the title of my slide. Sounds interesting, huh? Yes, it is. Okay. So regarding my name and my company there, I will discuss it later. No, it's kind of complicated. Manila and Subic water. Okay. First of all, I invited two key personnel from this school. No? They are sitting right there. I graduated in a public school, Teodoro Tino Elementary School. No? This is located in Angeles City, Pampanga, where Abacan Bridge is. No? Then, it was 1985. I was 6 years old, very young, until now. I started my primary education as grade 1. No? Then, for that span of years, 6 years, we are selling pulveron to our classmates, no, to generate our daily needs, no, our daily baon, no, or food. Then, but there's more. No? We are also selling tocino, no, to the teachers and parents of our schoolmates. No? Then finally, in 1991, I finished my sixth year in this public school. No? With this perseverance, selling of pulveron, selling of tocino, my parents eventually transferred me in Holy Angel University. No? It is also situated in Angeles City, Pampanga. Okay. Anyone knew this school? Nice. Only one. Only one. Huh? Okay. You know that. Okay. So in 2001, I finished my BSCE, BS Civil Engineering. Then on that same year, 2001, where I got my CE board exam. No? So I graduated March, April, then took up some review, then finally passed the board exam in 2001. So imagine, guys, from January to March, I have printed countless number of resumes. No? And I sent everything, no, to all the companies who are offering vacancy. No? Name it, Internet, Manila Bulletin, Philippine Star, even Philippine Journal, People's Journal, sorry. So finally, those 100 resumes, there's one company who replied back. Just one company, imagine that, one company. And that is Manila. Okay. So out of the 400 plus applicants, we were shortlisted into 42. No? So, hindi pa masaya. I'm not officially in. No? So out of the 42, 17 cadet engineers were identified. No? And then this is the first batch of cadetship program of Maynilad. So officially, on 2002, April, I got my first job. So remember, guys, no one from the 100 resumes or 100 companies, no, replied to my resume, to my application. So we were given 4 months of classroom trainings. Yes, there's an exam. No, we have to memorize everything, all the policies, all the people. That time, meron pang kanta. No, there's a song for Maynilad. Then for 2 months, we did some OJT. So we were deployed, no, to all the divisions and departments of Maynilad. So technically, I think the plan of Maynilad there is to create a jack of all trades engineer, no? And that's us, no? The 17 cadet engineers. So finally, after 6 months of training, I got my first position, and I am the business area engineer. Sounds good, huh? Sounds good. Then, to discuss the details, no, I divided my 14 years of professional experience into three spheres. No? I call this slide a sphere of influence. No? Kasi the influence varies. No? So first sphere is the laying the groundwork. No? Basically, this is the rank and file to supervisory experience. And then the second sphere is the navigating the corporate world. This time, I was given a heavy task or a heavy responsibility and a lot of people to manage. No? That is the manager to senior manager stint. No? Then, finally, the third sphere is the trailblazing to new horizons. Sounds interesting again, no? Later, I will discuss. So, basically, this is my executive life, no? Where I am now. So, to discuss the details, laying the groundwork. So, as I've said, I started as cadet engineer. Then I got my first position, the business area engineer, October 2002. Then I was promoted to supervisor, November 2004. So that's 2 years, no? It's 2 years in the making. So some details. Back then, I handled the contracts and project management. Then on my first supervisory position, I managed 8 personnel. So that time, I did some math. I was only 25 years old. So 5 out of those 8 personnel are double my age. So imagine that, di ba? But the difficulty, no, of handling them. They're like my father. No? 5 fathers. No? Ang dami. Okay. On the rest of my slides, I will be showing you some clippings. No? Can you, yeah, it's readable, no? Yeah. So on this first sphere, it's all about learning the hard work, no? Being compassionate, being committed, being passionate to the work. I learned how to drive. I learned how to photocopy my documents. I know how to encode. I know how to do a memo, everything, etc. So for the second sphere, after 2 years, I was promoted again to zone manager, year 2006. Then, after a year, I was moved, no, to a different position as a technical manager. Basically, it's the same position, no? Same managerial position. Then after 2 years again, I was promoted again as senior manager for business area. No? So, my jobs, when I was in a zone manager position, I handled 10,000 customers. So if you're familiar with Manila, I handled Quiapo Church, and Binondo side. So, hopya. Sincerity chicken. Okay. For the technical manager, I was assigned in Fairview, Quezon City. So, basically, I handled the water network and the technical issues or complaints of our customers. Back then, it was 70,000 customers. No? So, imagine the influence. No? Then, for this function, the position, the business area senior manager, I provide support for the 16 business areas. So the 16 business areas composed of more or less 700 employees of Maynilad. No, almost half. So on this sphere where I practice the passion and commitment to deliver results. No? At the end of the day, it's bottom line. It's numbers. No? It's number games. Then after 2 years again, I got the position AVP, Assistant Vice President for Customer Care. So right now, I'm handling all the customers of Maynilad. So it's a million customers. So from 10,000 to 70,000 to 1 million customers. Then this is the most complicated part of my slides. No? So year 2013, after 2 years again, no, I got seconded. No? I was transferred in Subic Water as president and CEO. No? Then, plus, I am the board of director of the MCI, no, which is the majority shareholder of Subic Water. I'm still holding on my position of AVP, no, on 2013. Then, year 2016, that is January 1, 2016, effective January 1, I was tapped back, no, by the Manila team, and recently, just last week, no, yeah, I told Richard about this. I got promoted again, no, to senior assistant vice president. This time, it's under the chief operating officer of Manila. Then they got me from Subic Water now to be the project manager of the transformation of Maynilad. There's this new project for Maynilad, the next generation Maynilad. No? So I will be heading this activity, this event. So to discuss further these the last two boxes, no. So if you can notice from this slide, sorry. So now I will be using the template of Subic Water, in fairness to them. No? Magalit. So away from the nest, away from my comfort zone, no? I'm now in Subic Water. By the way, I was transferred there alone. No? So wala po akong kasama. No secretary, no assistant, no whatsoever. Okay, alone. My first assignment there is to review the mission vision of the company. Is it aligned? Are we behind the targets, or are we behind the mission vision of the company? Then we have set the strategic objectives of the company, the new strategic objectives. So later on, I will enumerate some of them. No? Then out of these objectives, we have to identify quick wins, no? The low-hanging fruits. Then I was asked, no, from one of the magazines, what will be the direction of Subic Water? No? Then I told them, I want Subic Water to move towards excellence. So how can we do that? So we did that, no? By the mission vision, the objectives, the quick wins equals excellence. No? So later on, I will be showing you some slides regarding that excellence. Okay. So next, this is the very common question for me. No? How would you describe your leadership management style? This is a very common question. So in Subic Water, I apply the transformational leadership. No? It's more on inspiring the employees, no, to think out of the box, to initiate change, no, from themselves. Then to energize them, to motivate them more. This is the most exciting part of my journey in Subic Water for the last 3 years. No? We implemented this change process. No? We did some transformation, no, for the whole company. It's a major transformation. So as I have said earlier, we have reviewed the mission vision, set the objectives, and the leadership. No? Leadership is not equals to Paul. No? Leadership is equals to the division heads, the people who manage people, no, inside the company. Then after that process, we now went to the key result areas. Key result areas. So ano bang ginawa? We reviewed the existing performance appraisal. Then we revised it, no, totally. So what we did is a balanced scorecard, no, for everyone. So lahat performance-based. Everything's performance-based. No? All the bonuses will be anchored to that performance appraisal or the balanced scorecard. Then we also reviewed the structure, no, the current structure and the manning. No, some personnel were reassigned to another department or divisions. No? Then after that process, we implemented the restructuring. So for those who are asking, the two process here, the first and the second process, took us 1 year, no, to implement. So bakit 1 year? Why 1 year? Because in between these two processes, we made multiple town hall meetings. No? I talk to people daily, as in literally daily. Almost all of my whole day is already reserved, no, talking to our staff, to our employees. Then after restructuring, so after a year, we implemented the restructuring. We are now in the process of reviewing and developing the HR systems, no, plus the processes and procedures. Subic Water is a ISO certified company, so we need to review all the processes. No? Because of this transformation, after 18 or 19 years of operating, no, Subic Water got its all-time high, no, in terms of sales. So I just removed the numbers. No. This is billed volume. This is the sales measurement of water utility. No. So on these 2 years, we hit our all-time high, no, on sales. Credit must go to the people of Subic Water, no, because they work hard, no, to implement this transformation. Then I will be sharing to you 5 nuggets, no, of wisdom. In short, these are just the learnings, no, I got from the 14 years of my journey. First, the starting point is not as important as the finish line. No? As I've shown you earlier, my humble beginning started in my public school in Angeles City, Pampanga. No? So don't forget your humble beginnings, no? where you start. Then make the most of every assignment as they are stepping stones. So in my case, Manila is my first job. No? I told Richard, I'm not sure if this will be my last job. No? But for now, I am working here for 14 years. No? So, and my third, be a SpongeBob. No? Learn from the many people. No? Learn from their experience. In my position right now, I am still the CEO of Subic Water. No? At this moment, I am a senior executive in Manila, but I'm still calling sirs and moms, no? Those people who teach me the foundation, no? Who gave me my foundation. Those are the water maintenance man, no? Yung mga tubero in Tagalog. Of course, pay it forward. No? Your success were made possible by your people. No? So wag nating kakalimutan. Don't forget that, guys. The people, no? The people. So you pay it forward, share your successes to others, especially to the young ones, to the millennials. No? Then the fifth nugget is the seek first to serve than to be served. So on my stint as a support manager of Maynilad, I can call myself as a servant leader. No? For those here who are in HR practitioner, it's a thankless job. No? I know. Laging binubugbog, di ba? HR lang. Pasalanan ng HR. So, it's a servant leadership. No? It's a thankless job. So, don't forget this nugget. You must seek first to serve, no? than to be served. And for my new journey, no? As I've said a while ago, I am now back in Maynilad. No? I am now handling the next generation Maynilad. We are trying to expand the business, no? In terms of improving the efficiency, the effectiveness, and expanding the business. So right now, I am the overall project manager of this next generation Maynilad. And I'm still holding on to the CEO position of Subic Water. No? And to close my slides on my presentation, I would like to share this short saying, no, from the toy repairman from the movie Toy Story, si Jerry. So ewan ko kung nakita niyo si Jerry. For the millennials, are you familiar with Jerry? No? He said, "You can't rush art." No? For me, there's no shortcut to success. You must do hard work. You must be passionate. No? You must be committed. No? If I may, before I end this, until this time, no, with my given position, I'm still doing my own slides. No? I'm writing my own memos. No? Because I was taught of that. That is my foundation. No? In the first sphere, if you remember. So that's it. Thank you.